the Forest of Lost Souls. Tom and Sarah loved hiking and exploring new places. When they heard about the beautiful, remote forest called Whispering Woods, they decided to spend a weekend there. The locals warned them about the forest, saying it was haunted by lost souls. But Tom and Sarah were skeptical and dismissed the stories as superstition. They set up camp deep in the forest and enjoyed the first day hiking and taking in the natural beauty. As night fell, they made a campfire and settled down. But as the fire crackled, they began to hear strange sounds. It started with faint whispers carried by the wind, then grew into disembodied voices calling their names. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine and suggested they go back to the campsite closer to the edge of the forest. But Tom insisted they stay. He wanted to prove that there was nothing to be afraid of. They tried to ignore the voices and went to sleep. In the middle of the night, Sarah woke up to find Tom missing. She called out for him, but there was no answer. She grabbed a flashlight and ventured into the forest to look for him. The whispers grew louder, and she felt as if she was being watched. Suddenly, she saw Tom standing by a tree, staring blankly ahead. When she approached him, he turned to her with empty eyes and said in a monotone voice, "They want us to stay, forever." Sarah screamed and tried to pull him away, but he resisted. The ground beneath them began to shift, and ghostly figures emerged, their faces twisted in anguish. Sarah realized these were the lost souls the locals had warned them about. She managed to break free from Tom's grip and ran back to the campsite. She grabbed her phone and called for help, but the signal was weak. She could only hope someone would come. Hours later, just before dawn, a search party found her. She was hysterical and incoherent, babbling about the lost souls and Tom being taken. They searched the forest but found no trace of Tom. Sarah was taken to the hospital and treated for shock. The forest was eventually declared off-limits, and the locals continued to tell the story of the lost souls to anyone who would listen. Tom was never found, and Sarah never returned to the forest. She moved away, haunted by the memory of that night and the voices that still echoed in her mind.